All right, welcome everyone to another VR Master League interview. I am your host, Trip, with the Onward shirt, and I have on my left, I have Gritter. Below me, I have Dimples, and below me adjacent, I have a whole lot of Az from the team Code North. How are you guys doing today?
Doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Doing great.
So we're just gonna start off with the important questions. And then we'll go back to the basic, team makeup. We don't care about that. What we want to know is, you just had your first league match. So you guys played in the rookie tournament, was that like a month ago? So since then, how have you been practicing? Have you been doing scrims every day? Have you been playing every day? Or have you just kind of been, just playing the game? Have you been focusing on like team mechanics, capping mechanics, strategies? Or do you just kind of fly a little loose?
Grid, I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, Gritter, this one's on you.
Yeah, so mainly, most of our currently has been around restructuring a team currently, because 3 of our main players from that Onward Rookie Bootcamp tournament are gone from the team. 2 have mainly quit the VRML scene, and then 1 joined another team, which we have no problem along. If they want to go for another team, we don't have a problem for that. But yeah, we have been before the VRML matchup yesterday. We had some scrims going on, but we had mainly problems around restructuring a team currently, because we had 2 players leaving, and we needed to get new players and so on. So we had that problem, and time zones are always a problem. So yeah.
So you're an EU team. Are all your players EU?
Only one is not EU, and that is as from Australia.
Wait, who's from Australia?
That's me. Yeah.
Wow. You know,
It's
there used to be some Australian teams, but
Unfortunately.
they just can't play at the same time, right? It just keeps falling apart every time.
Yep. I meet, you know, 1 or 2 Australian players in a week at best. They don't exist.
Well, you know, when you get on at like 1 a.m. Eastern time, they're the only players on. So you know who it's either you're playing with the
Yeah.
Japanese or you're playing with the Australians.
Or the Koreans.
Or the Koreans.
Yeah, that's spot on.
Yeah, I feel that. So, okay, you guys didn't win the match, unfortunately. You lost. You owe me some money because I definitely lost out a few bucks on that one. But we're gonna talk about that later. But how did it go? I mean, even a loss can be a gain for your team, right? You learn every time you die.
Absolutely.
So, do you think it went well? I mean, for your first match back, obviously there were some jitters. Was there a couple of team kills on both sides? I think. So, you know, was it stressful, or was it just you hadn't played in a while as a team, hadn't played against this team? What happened?
I think it was mainly because we hadn't been, after restructuring and everything, we haven't been playing as a team a whole lot. We certainly learned a lot during that because we learned some stuff, and we have been ever so more taking down notes of like timestamping everything, like what we did wrong, basically. So yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that you were coached by a couple of veteran Onward players. So I want to know whose idea was the pistol flashlight combo bait
I
with
want
the
to know that as
C4?
well.
Because I've
didn't
used
thought
the
that was very
pistol, but I've not ever paired it with the C4 because I've never expected someone to actually shoot at the pistol on the ground.
So I don't remember exactly what VRML match was it, but I saw it one time used on the the Suburbia Center House stairs mainly, and that's what I've been also using that for. But then the C4 and that flashlight trick, I just came up with that. So yeah, because I've had a lot of experience of people just shooting the flashlight immediately as they see it. So it's just like giving away the position of the player. It's either the C4 is going to give away the player, or it's going to be the flashlight. So it's just, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have reservations about us giving away that tactic this early in the league, because it's a hell of a play. I think the entire chat when I was rewatching it was absolutely amazing. The place, everyone was shocked to see such a good play. I was a big fan of that one. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to start looking out for. To be honest, it's great that we've seen it this early as well. To be fair, because now we know we have to start defending against it as well. Because that will definitely be adopted into a few games in future games, I think.
Well, you know, some people are like that, right? Some people don't want to give away their strats so early, but then again, no one expects you to do something crazy like that twice, so it just might work again. You know, you never know. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, we don't care about Onward anymore. We want to know about the team makeup, you guys' experience. So let's start from the very beginning. How did you guys get your gamer tags? Let's start with that.
Oh. You want to start with that, Timbos?
That's right. She says I was worried everyone could hear the Hoover going around in the background, so just lowering my microphone.
Yeah.
So gamer tags.
Yeah. And why do they call you Dimples?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I'm just thinking something totally. I years ago was trying to figure out a YouTube name. And I was playing guitar around the in-laws' house, and somebody made a passing comment of going, "Look at that dimple of concentration," and I absolutely fell in love with the tag. So I adopted that into pretty much every aspect of it. So that's a very, very simple and very stupid way that I got my tag.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same, right? Everyone was like, "Look at that third nipple," and I just went with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Like,
yeah, so that's my story for how I got my tag.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, so you can go ahead.
Not all that long ago, I did have a different name, but let's focus on a whole lot of as. There's many stories about how I got this name. Some believe it was a rap influenced name. Some believe it's got something to do with Australia. It doesn't for either of those. I just needed a name that stood out when I was trying out for VRML teams, and clearly it's worked out quite nicely. Even when a caster's in the match, they'll go to say the name and they'll kind of pause. They're like, "Oh, do I say this, on the stream? Am I gonna get monetized? What happens here?" And I love it. I love showing my friends, "Hey, watch him get real uneasy just before he says my name." It's just something to stand out, something different from the average player.
I don't mind saying it on stream. The problem is it's just so long and it's a lot to say
It
when you're
is a
trying to make
long
shot
name.
calls.
It is
So
a
I was just
long
like,
name.
we're gonna call him Hole for now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
that's what we
I
do.
was like, I'm either gonna get called ass or hole.
Or
Neither's
both.
great. They're both great. They're both gonna do just fine.
All right. I used to have a different name called. My original name was Playfin for play and finish, basically. Simple stuff. I changed that to Gridlock, but before I changed that before actually, as a vulnerable. But yeah, we had basically in Rainbow Six Siege. What happened was that a new operator got released called Gridlock, and then my name became that in that game's character basically. So yeah, and then I changed it to just Gridder basically for shorten a little bit. So yeah, and that's how it came to be.
All right, so you guys have had, so these are relatively recent gamer tags then. So you haven't had them for a long time. But outside of Onward, what games do you play? Do you play flat games? Do you play other VR games? What do you do in your free time?
For me
Well,
personally, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, Gritter just mentioned Rainbow Six Siege. I used to be very heavily into Rainbow Six Siege. A lot of the very competitive AU and New Zealand teams and competitions I used to be really involved in just a couple of years back, but have really fallen off with them. It's a much older game, but that one really holds dear to my heart, and I think a lot of Onward players really feel very similar about that game. A lot of tactics can be shared, a lot of similar feelings.
I don't know. I hate Rainbow. I hate it.
No,
I hate it.
Don't worry. I hated myself also.
Like original Rainbow, great.
Yeah.
Siege, not great.
Siege was alright at the start, but then it became
Yeah, I agree.
sci-fi. So, no.
What about the rest of you? You play flat games, or is it just Onward?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people they play Onward and they just get hooked, and then they can never go back to competitive flat gaming. At least, it just doesn't scratch that same itch, right?
I'm
Yeah.
not into the same, definitely not into the same amount of effort that I put in. I mean, I'll play it again as like a community thing or like a social thing. If I've got friends that are playing online and are playing different kind of games, I'll jump in with games to play to sort of socialize. But as for sinking my teeth into something competitive and actually putting concentration and effort and time into the game outside of actually playing it, like reading up on strats and call outs and things like that of other players and watching. I mean, I don't think there's any other flat game I would have played where I would have watched other teams before the match. I can't think of it. That definitely didn't happen to me before Onward. So for Onward, for me personally, was the first game that I got into this heavily into, and it's for the meantime until something better or until it advances into something more intuitive with the hardware or software or whatever. I think I'm definitely hooked into playing the VR games. I couldn't go back to a 2D game competitively, not when you have the physical ability to actually shoot someone in the face.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of the people, the original or Onward players, the reason they're still here is because nothing else scratches that itch, right? They played this and they've played. I mean, we've got Hoochie with like 6,000 hours in Onward. I've got somewhere around 2,000. We've got people all over the board, but once they start, I mean, I think the first weekend I had a good working VR PC. I played a 18 hours straight of Onward.
Wow.
It was like I had to charge the controllers in the middle, but I never. Yeah, it was a long weekend, but it was fun. And the game's progressed since then. Obviously, we got all these quest players. We've got new maps. There's a whole lot going on. Let's see, what else do I have for you? Talked about your first match. We talked about your experience, team makeup. So you have 6 players. I have 3 of you here. So what's the a lot of new teams have you've got your captain, obviously, but for a lot of our teams, the captain is more just for Discord, right? They're just there to schedule matches and make sure everything runs smoothly. And the teams sometimes have let's say like a battle commander, someone that makes their strategies and does the coordination on the battlefield. So how does that work on your team? Is Gritter just makes all the calls, or?
If I could, I'd love to answer this one. Dimples, feel free to jump in after. But Gritter, when I first joined Code North, it was blatantly obvious. Gritter was the captain. At that time, we had a different co-captain, who's now Dimples. But other than on the VRML setting, while Gritter was captain, he really was captain in the games. Without a lot of that planning prior, no way would we have as many of the wins as we had. The tactics, the communication, overall chemistry was just incredible. And a lot of that can go straight back to Gritter. Real glue of the team. Don't get a big head, Gritter. Absolutely not. But no, for Code North, our captain really is a captain's role and requires a lot of stepping up to be in that position.
Absolutely. Yeah, I second everything on that part. Very much coming with very little competitional knowledge in general, to be honest, and Gritter's made it very easy for me to just sink right into a position that I can start playing. Still very new. There's a lot for us to iron out. Speaking of how we start playing off each other's strengths, I still think we're still trying, even as we saw in a couple of points of the last match, we're still trying to find ways we can complement each other in our supporting roles. But Gritter absolutely has been the captain and made it very easy for me to come in. I feel very included, which is, pretty much the most important thing I think when trying to look for a team.
So what do you do for drawing out your strats? Do you draw them up? Do you take the map and like just draw over top of it, or do you go into the game and free roam it out? How do you plan your strats?
Getting into the secrets. Oof.
we gotta keep the viewers interested. We gotta bring in the big questions.
But yeah, we used to before, at least before on Rookie Bootcamp, we went to free roam example with the old team. We went over basically that, and now that we have new players mainly to come into the team, we haven't had that time to go into free roam. We've mainly just mainly been playing together mainly, so that we can see how the other how aggressive one player is to another. So yeah, but mainly we have been drawing over the board, basically checking the spots. I'm mainly just looking at all the VRML matches that they have been playing and just taking inspiration, trying out new spots, stuff like that. So
yeah, that's a good plan. Okay, so we talk strats. What are your favorite loadouts? What do you run? Who runs what? Who's the support class? Who's the specialist? Who has that C4?
I think we all know that one.
Yeah. That was
So
obvious.
for me personally, when I'm running, I switch between the two. So with Volk, because we're defending, I've always taken it as being a more close range. So I've always gone specialist with G36C, which is pretty much all I've trained in. I am currently trying to maybe adopt another role as we get more players and we start identifying who can play right. But when we attack on Marsok, then I play as support.
Which support do you use? The box mag or the drum mags?
No, I use the drum mags.
I-
I did.
Are you
used to
are you a
use-
share caring? Are you a sharing is caring person?
I share
Okay.
my caring person.
Ah man,
100%.
those are
It's
the
always
best
a
kind of
concern, though, 'cause
teammates.
3 people always gagging for them. It's like, who wants them? And
See, that's
still
why
trying to
you
work out
need
who gets
two. You need two
Yeah.
support. Or you just be like me and say, you know what, you guys picked your own classes. I'm
come
gonna take my box mags and I'm just gonna go over here and just light up some tracer rounds.
it. Love your tracer rounds.
I love tracer rounds.
But yeah, my mainly are currently specialist. To be fair, I'm currently like a jack of all trades currently because I have to also play marksman on a team because mainly I'm the only one with the stock. So that, basically means I'm currently the only marksman currently, trying to look into a proper dedicated marksman player and then just doing specialist and rifleman. So yeah.
Which stock do you have?
Myself.
Do you have the Pro Tube or the Vogue stock?
Yeah, both stock.
Or usually I just like specialist. I'm not a hipster, but I think I was using the flashlight before it was cool.
Oh man.
Other than that, bulk wise, AK-12 tracer rounds. I agree. I probably don't play without them, to be honest. I can't get around the support classes. That's a Dimples dedicated talent that I just haven't mastered yet. But I really do like the specialist class. They always felt natural, and just that nice, easy movement, especially without the stock. It's just feels very versatile.
Well, if you want to run support but aren't used to the box mags or all that recoil, you could always run the M16 or the G3. I think the AK is also in the Volk one, but you get 8 mags with an M16 on support, so you have all of that ammo to suppress windows or whatnot, or hand out mags. You could even just support your team, give them extra mag each, but you still got that accuracy of a single or 3-shot burst, hollow, and I've been trying to play that more. It's just more fun.
Yeah.
So what about the rest of your team? Who do we not have here? We're missing Fitzy. How do you say this other guy's name?
Kebabsies.
Kebabsies?
Yeah.
Kebabsies and Tango? Is that who we're missing?
Tango is one of the OGs on the team.
I was gonna say Tango's a really interesting one, especially if we're talking about support classes. No one can use a support class like he can, making it look like it's nothing. Moves it like it's the smallest little gun ever.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah. So mainly Fitzy and Kebabsies are one of the new people, as you probably saw in the double down area where we were about to cap. Yeah, they're both of them are new players. They're in training. We are not going to give them too much, trouble, other than give them a few slaps and.
Hey, I mean, there's veteran players, there's master tier players they can't even cap. Okay, so don't feel too bad.
Monocap.
I was already fried.
Wow.
2 minutes in, we're fried at the top.
I'll make sure to send that directly to him after this.
I mean, we used to have a 60-year-old, dyslexic player. Basically, he could cap much more fast.
We have video evidence of that.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Send that in, and we'll definitely put a side by side in the interview at the end. We'll say monocap and 60-year-old dyslexic man, and we'll just we'll duke it out. We're gonna give an award out this season. I think. I think that's a good use of our time as a creators team. We're gonna give an award out to the slowest cap of the season.
Yeah. That'll be interesting to see.
Well, I think that's it. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? I've got all my questions, and I think we've got a pretty good understanding and view into the new team Code North. And I really hope to see more of you guys in the season. I want to keep watching your games if I can. I know you guys play EU hours, so obviously that might be a little difficult. Yeah. But whenever possible, I will try and get some casts in because I want to see these new teams grow. I mean, the rookie boot camp is one thing, but you can agree, right? The VRML, when something's on the line, it's entirely different.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's a whole nother atmosphere between, because this is my first VRML match that we play with Bad Company. And yeah, it's the thought process of how I'm, even myself, I noticed a massive change in how I'm playing. Subway was good. US Quest was bad. It seemed to me beforehand, before I was going to these matches, I was always very an aggressive player, and that just I'm needing to redefine how I can use that in these type of environments, because the normal state of aggression just does not work here. But Pika's advantage is a thing here, and I feel that 9 times out of 10 in those scenarios, I do come out on top. But trying to figure out for myself how I start implementing these tactics into VRML games it's going to be a very steep learning curve for me personally.
Had you guys actually played Bad Company? Have you scrimmed with them before, or was this your first time ever dealing with them? So you were just going in blind.
Besides watching, I think, one game, which they didn't even have 3 of their main roster at the moment playing in an old scrim match that was cast. So yeah, I had better no information besides the few comp lobbies that I'd seen English and a few of the others like Laid Back Egg, playing against them in the comp lobbies or just in general. But I had zero information other than that going them as a team.
Well, welcome to the league. As long as all these new teams make it through season 1 and don't get discouraged, even if you lose 15 weeks, even if you lose 15 games, you're gonna grow as a team. So as long as you stick it out, the teams, I tell teams, when I run the boot camps, don't even worry about it. Like you might run up the ranks, you might keep getting stomped, but as long as you're enjoying yourself, you're playing as a team, you're playing with your friends, that's the real thing. We don't, it doesn't matter as long as you're having fun, right? And that's what we want to see from all these new teams. We want to see you guys have fun. We don't want to see you get stomped, but sometimes it happens. But if you come back next week swinging, then it's all good, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think once we've completed our roster, really getting the chemistry going and really got a good rhythm behind us, I think there's no reason Code North can't do incredibly well this season. You've seen it before. We can see a new team doing incredibly well all over again.
So you guys are looking for 2. Do you want to do a plug? Age, sex, location, what class you run. You want to do a little recruitment plug real quick for your new players?
Yeah, you're 100%. Anyone that's looking for EU times, we try and train. We're trying to be on every day. At least one of us will be, so we can train again. And we want to do effectively training once a week. We're very laid back, but we want to win and we want to improve and we will be better at the game. So it's very much a case of we do want to have fun and we want to enjoy the game. And I think there's definitely a way for us to find a way where we can do that and still kick the crap out of every other team in the season, to be honest. We won't do that this season, but I definitely aspire to doing that in the future with this team. So yeah, if you want to come and join that, you want to take part in that, if you got any, you want to play in the VRML team, we're open to applications.
All right, put those applications in. This is your host, Trip, from the VR Master League interview desk with Code North. Thank you guys for taking some time out of your day to do this, and hopefully we'll see you on the battlefield soon.
Thank you very much for having us. Look forward to it.
Thank you very much.
welcome everyone to the VR Master League. That was wrong. I'm your host, Trip, and I'm joined by Ramen. We are here today to watch some BossFight versus Silent Purge Onward action. And if you're just joining us, you missed a little bit of the pregame interview with Code North. If you want to go check that out, make sure to watch that later. But we had to kick off the lobby early. It seems that BossFight and Silent Purge are on time, which is, unexpected. So we're going to be going into the match shortly. And right now, we have all of those bans. Do you want to go over the ban info, Ramen? Yeah, not sure either, but it doesn't look like BossFight has played it very much either. I take that back. They've played Snow Peak in both variants 8 times, and they've won it half of that. So they have a decent amount of history on it, and Silent Purge seems to have only played Snow Peak once, and they won it 4 out of 5 rounds. So maybe just not a whole lot of experience on that map. And our first map starting out the night, hopefully we get some quick gameplay because it's going to be sand for map 1. Tell us how you really feel. Tell us.
No, I think it's a well-built map. Quick, but at the same time, there's still strategy involved with it. Honestly, in my opinion, it might not be.
I think it's a well-built map. I don't think there were a whole lot of complaints from the league on this one, hence why it made it into the league, obviously. We wouldn't bring in a map that we didn't like.
I know there was a few issues with spawn, but I think
Koi's made this map.
yeah, I think boys went ahead and worked with that, so hopefully. What I'm saying about it.
You give me a second. I've got to adjust some audio levels. I'm pretty sure that nobody could actually hear you over the background. So let's work on that while we wait for these teams to join in. All right, that should be better. So for the lineups today, we have Radar Head, High Fish, Legil, Lonely Viper, and Scooby-Doo on the BossFight side. And on the Silent Purge side, we have Don Patron, Scorpio, Hoochie UK. Is it Do-I Flossie? Has he changed his name again? And Button UK.
I'm wondering if, since they have only Viper, if we're going to be able to see some downfall action today. Or some great snipes.
I feel like he's not playing Sniper anymore because he's not happy with how it plays. So maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, he's good with it. Maybe I don't know. I know he was talking about it a little bit in League General, but it does look like we're gonna start off the round right away though.
That's right. We're going to round one. Flossie with his flashlight that he always likes to run now. We're going to follow him around, see what he does with it. Flossie with a shotgun as well. C4 goes out there, and then he just tucks into a corner. So not a very common combo that you see on a league match. Pick on those lasers before chat starts yelling at me.
Oh yeah, I need to do that too. It does look like we're gonna have a mainly southern defense coming out from Silent Purge right now. Making sure they can't get any angles on the people up north.
Now the objective is the well over there across the map. It does look like Legel and Highfish here are going to be moving up the... Man, I'm so turned around. That's the north side.
Does look like Don, Patron, and Scorpio might be able to shut down any push coming through that north side door. So I'm interested to see if they can take that.
I do think that the doors here are a little choke pointy. Shots ringing out from... I don't remember who got that kill at the beginning, but
Radar
Scorpio
head
also raiding. The trade, right?
It looked like it was a trade, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Radar and somebody. Not Flossie.
Fuchi?
Uchi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flossie here with this shotgun. If that tablet's visible. Tablet's right there on the corner. He does have his clacker in hand with that shotgun.
Yeah, if Scooby kind of peeks his corner, he might be able to hatch out that tablet on that. Then again, Don Patron is watching that corner.
Long range nade going out, almost catching Viper, but just a little off.
And another one towards Flossie. I wonder if they actually knew he was there and they saw the tablet.
Copy that, yeah, okay. Then it's just Echo 4, confirm Echo 4.
Does look like Piefish is gonna rotate out of the north though, as Legel stays here, watching these doors, making sure they don't try and go for a flank.
It's definitely something you have to worry about with Silent Purge because Flossie here does love his flanks. So does Scorpio. They're both very heavy flankers. Flossie now waiting. There's a flashbang up. Gonna peek the corner. Rush the corner with the shotgun. Not finding anybody. Going for the backside of Highfish. Does find him with the shotgun. Was back around. Now he's looking for Scooby-Doo.
I think I might have saw him though. Scooby definitely saw him. He's gonna peek that corner. Gonna... Does look like
Flossie with
Flossie is going
another.
to get him. Lonely finds a pick onto Button. Flossie trying to contest Viper, but he's gonna rotate out of there.
Flossie with a nade up and over. Russian. The Viper was not flashed and catches Flossie there. That's the problem with flashbangs. Oh, Viper just flashed himself.
It does look like Don was too focused on the south and Legend was able to push in through the doors, but Scorpio with a quick refrag. Now down to a 2v1. Oh wait, oh, it does look like we have a drop on BossFight. This is a 2v1, but...
1v1 and Viper takes the point.
I think we had a drop on BossFight there.
Now, as I was saying at the beginning of the round, while I do feel like these doors are very choke pointy, I think what BossFight did right there was the play. Yes, you have to funnel through openings, but if you do it at multiple openings at once, you can draw away that tension, and hopefully one of you can punch through.
Yeah, because Don was not, like, at the beginning of the round, he was really focused on that door, but once those shots came down south, he rotated trying to watch that, and Don was, I think it was Legel. Yeah, Legel was able to rotate in through the door and catch him right off guard.
Yeah, chat, let me know when I did adjust Ramen. He was very quiet. It was mostly because I didn't want to hear him, but I have turned him up so you guys can hear him. I mean, he watched his own cast back the other day and doesn't even like his own voice, so how do you expect us to like it, right? I mean, come on. All right, chat's letting me know that the bowl of ramen is talking, and it sounds good.
Well, that's good. People can actually hear me now.
Amazing. Talking bowl of ramen. You know, people used to, you would pay for this back in the day. You one of those freak show exhibits. To pay 10 shillings to see the talking bowl of ramen. Shillings are like dollary dues, right? I don't. Are shillings British? I think that's British.
I have no clue.
And we are waiting on boss fight. Highfish is back in the lobby now. And I don't know if I went over the active rosters, but you did just see around. But if you have a very short-term goldfish memory, let me read them off again. It's Radarhead, Legel, Lonely Viper, Scooby-Doo, and Highfish for boss fight. And Don Patron, Scorpio, Hoochie UK, Flossie, and Button UK for Silent Purge.
A shilling is a former British coin.
Look at that. Co-caster doing his job and looking up information. There's only 4 members of boss fight spawned in.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they are aware.
They have won the tent still, so.
Well, we're gonna hop in around 2 because they didn't do a round reset.
I wonder if he's just having technical difficulties and needs a round to fix it.
Defensive smokes out from boss fight. Viper pushing very aggressively down towards the south.
I think he's trying to cut off any push on that south that they had just done and what was so successful that led to their success on that offense.
Yeah, you could see Hoochie there. He was up on the top floor watching for a... Ooh, was that almost a team kill? Was that Legel shooting at Viper there? Not sure. Hoochie's
No, I
behind
think
Viper.
that was Scorpio. He's up on the car garage, peeking down. I think he might have saw Scooby-Doo peeking out.
Viper is
little bit.
super exposed. I don't want to look away. He's getting surrounded. He's got Flossie on one side. He's got Hoochie on the other. And not a lot of cover, but he finds Hoochie.
He's gonna have to be careful of Flossie now, as he exposes his position. I think Flossie's gonna try and get the refrag coming around the corner.
Now, Viper does know, I mean, he obviously knows that he took those shots and that gave away his position. So he's immediately going to turn and watch his backside. Flossie with the flashbang. I think that got Viper. Viper's now prone. It did get him. Flossie looking for the kill. Not going to see anybody because Viper is prone in a weird angle. Not where the gunshots came from. He moved from the boxes to the corner, and now he shouldn't be flashed anymore and will be able to fight back.
And he got the cross cover.
I think Flossie knows he's there because he called out that he has that entire cross covered. So I think Scorpio and Flossie might go for a pinch here.
Viper's going to slowly move out. Oh, he does, and he sees Flossie on the cross. Gets that kill, but gets refragged by Button. Leaving Scorpio
can
open.
now push forward, yeah, without having to worry about Viper.
Well, he still might have to worry about it.
Here.
Training center door, need a res right here. Near well.
Scooby with his super loud callouts. The C4, I think, was that C4 got Button there?
Sounded like, yeah, it might have been.
Just dropped his gun trying to go for this res. Now he's looking for his rifle. Scorpio res his Button. Oh. Scooby just threw the gun at Legel. Oh my god. What is going on? Like these teams never played. Button finds radar. Scorpio throws a smoke up. Button gets Legel and Scooby as they lined up down the alley.
Oh, yikes. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this. I think this is the right replay. Let's run the scoreboard replay here real quick. This is pro level strats here. Scooby going over and giving Legel his gun back because Legel can't find it. That is some 200 level plays right there. I like it.
Fish is having some technical difficulties though.
Hopefully they can get him back into the lobby.
Every player counts. So
It does. I mean, even on the best of teams, having just an extra body watching any angle, even if they don't get any kills, right? Having someone there and able to fire or let you know that the enemy is advancing this way just makes everything so much easier.
yeah, like that's why refrags are a thing. If somebody sprays their last bullet into that guy, killing him, you can easily get the refrag onto him. Even if they don't get a kill, they can still be useful to the team.
I think we might cut to an intermission. I'm not sure. I didn't see Highfish drop and come back. So I'm wondering if there are some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, it did look like he was still in the lobby. He might have crashed and they knowed that. I knew that.
We'll just wait. We'll wait. We'll wait it out.
Yeah.
I mean, if he drops again, we'll go to an intermission. But right now, he's technically here. We'll see what happens. Don't want to force a team to play with a man down, though. It's definitely not the best feeling.
Oh, yeah. Especially if it's one of your better players.
So let's go over the objectives for this map. We have... Let's see if I don't know if I know all these. So we have the well. We've got one inside of the car shop thingy, the garage.
Yeah, car garage. There's one in the middle, both on top and in the middle floor, or the bottom floor.
And it looks like all 5 are back in, so we're going to go to round 3 on map number 1. If you're just joining us, strap in, because this is going to be an awesome ride.
And Highfish is back, so very happy to see him here.
Flossie putting his C4 out, but Scooby definitely sees it. Shots from Don Patron. Then a flash coming up and over. These teams getting very aggressive with the pushes. I don't think that flash caught Legel, though, because of that...
That canopy?
Yeah, that canopy. I think it blocked it. I don't know. Sometimes they go through those, like on Bazaar, and sometimes they don't. But if it's a solid object, he was standing under it, so I think the flash was blocked. However, they're definitely watching these angles super tightly.
This look like Lonely Viper and Highfish are going to be going for a west approach.
A long
Probably.
way around.
Yeah. And if Poochie is not careful, they could come through that door and catch him off guard. They just have to worry about Button, though.
It definitely looks like Silent Purge is stacked hard on the north side of this map, where Legel is just, poking at him. Radar up in the second floor of the workshop. I'm going to call it workshop. Auto shop. That's the word I'm looking for.
Auto shop?
Auto shop, because it's where they work on cars. That's what you call it. It's auto shop.
Yeah. I've always heard people just call this car garage.
Well, see, I called it garage, but then someone pointed out that the north building has 4 garages on it, so had to make some changes. People are picky. Viper putting shots through the... I want to say this is distraction fire. He's shooting above the doors out. Radar goes down to Uchi in a trade.
Both are resable though, so I think they're both rushing for the res.
Oh, wow. Flossie finds Viper with a shotgun. The res does come out. Legel trying to get Poochie on the roof there. Not going to get anybody. Scorpio now looking for the refrag. Radar and Legel tucked into the same corner. Not a great place to be.
Scooby on the roof though, right with Hoochie.
Scooby does get Hoochie.
This is a very powerful spot. Scooby's in. He'll be able to pick off Flossie if he checks that angle, but you gonna do it?
Ooh, Radar.
Flossie does hear Scooby though.
Radar just called out someone on the roof, so I'm not sure if they're aware that it's a friendly on the roof. Flossie and Scooby fighting through the glass roof.
Scooby did call it that he was a friendly right after that.
I didn't hear him yelling it, so I kind of assumed he did, but I didn't hear the yells. Legel comes around a corner. Don Patron waiting for him. And then Radar and Don trade, leaving it all up to Scooby and Scorpion. No, Scooby and Button. And Scooby has the advantage here. He's got the high ground, Anakin, and a good view down onto the objective, whereas Button kind of has to rotate around.
Button's got to be careful here because there are about... Oh yeah, there's like 2 spots that you can cap from on this objective. I don't know if you can cap from the roof, but I know you can cap from outside and inside, so gonna have to be really careful about watching those angles.
Scooby has 2 minutes. If he just kind of waits for a rotation, I mean, that's what I would be doing here. I wouldn't be pushing this objective. I would wait for someone to rotate around looking for those front caps.
Oh.
But he's also very
Button see him.
exposed.
I think Scooby dipped down at the most convenient time as Button peeked a corner, so you didn't see him on the roof.
I don't understand how Button thinks he's watching the objective. I'm pretty sure there are spots that in front of this building he hasn't even looked at. Now smoke comes out and Scooby gets the kill as he forces the rotation with the smoke on objective.
Yeah, you can cap from these crates right here. So, and I didn't see him once check that, so just gotta be really careful about that.
Yeah.
You always hate to be the guy that gets capped on, you know, 1v1.
Last man standing.
Because everybody's watching you and then they just see the 2 points go over and not a fun thing to come back to.
It is good that all 5 members of both teams were able to play that round, and hopefully we don't have any more technical difficulties as I was gonna say as the night goes on, but it's like 3 in the afternoon. What is time?
As the afternoon goes on, I guess.
Button and Lonely Viper with 5 kills each leading the way for their respective teams.
Both have the same kills and deaths.
It's like they're made for each other.
Don't encourage any fan art, please.
Oh, there's plenty of Viper fan art.
Yeah, but I don't think we need anymore.
Here we go. Round 4?
3. Oh, yeah, 3.
4.
No, 4. 4, yeah, 4. I can't do math.
Sounds like BossFight's still making their strategies as they spawn in. Don't know
Don
who
being
to...
the lone pusher on the north.
Guess we're gonna follow Viper here, as he's the most flanky Bender. C4 in hand, watching his watch for the timer. Man, if he would have just lobbed that over there.
Oh, I think he saw Flossie.
Oh, that's a cheeky
but
play.
he missed.
Scooby gets Hoochie from the roof. Viper rotating away.
Don throwing out smokes from the north. I think he's trying to distract them while his teammates push to the south. Ooh, Lonely with another late fire.
I'm surprised Flossie made that run. It was a very aggressive play. Scorpio finds the backside of Viper, protecting Flossie.
He's waiting for that rotate. Fish on the roof with Scorpio and Button. Gotta be careful not to push past him.
As you're finding one. Is the billboard on top here penetrable, or is it cover?
I think it might be penetrable. I don't know for sure though.
Flossie putting a shotgun around at Legel from range. I wonder if he's running slugs or not. I feel like he is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question.
Legel now tucked in behind the wall. Radar on the backside. They do have good coverage of the objective and enough space between them that they could get the refrag and they can both crash if needed. Button and Flossie kind of just waiting now for that same rotation on objective, but because there's two alive, there are no rotations needed.
This is probably the best two-man defense that you could probably put on here, because not only do you have one guy watching the front and one guy watching, and also another guy watching the left.
Oh, Legel downing himself with the C4 over the wall. That's going to force a rotation. Flossie's right in there. Flossie's on objective.
Flossie's on the objective.
Radar finds Button.
He's
Radar's
gonna be able to
looking.
get it.
Flossie's got to type faster.
gets
Radar's
stuck.
coming around the corner and he gets him.
That's it. Oh.
BossFight taking their third point.
He almost had it.
That was a aggressive play there. I mean, as soon as Legel downed himself, Flossie just went for that cap. Unfortunately, not able to get the point.
He did get stuck on the wall, so it gave him extra time. Just, I wonder if the nerves were just kicking in, or...
Wonder if he wasn't ready. If he hadn't read the code, wasn't expecting to get a cap, you know? Sometimes you just don't think you're gonna get, you know, close to the objective. Your plan is not to get there. Your plan is to just kill everyone. We're gonna go to the inside objective next.
Okay. You know, one time, I had a match once on Sand where it was, the upstairs objective was brand new. I was so excited, I got into the objective room. I came around the corner only to realize that the objective was upstairs.
Yeah, the multi-level objectives on custom maps is a little bit of a difficulty right now. Not being able to tell if you are above or below the objective. But hopefully that gets fixed soon in an update. Soon TM.
Yeah, I hope they add support for the multi-level, because especially on, because Q1 they have the basement objective for car garage, and then they have the one in tank courtyard, and it's
They got
near
rid of
impossible
the
to tell the
basement.
difference.
They
They did?
I thought so.
That's easy.
They might have, because of that issue, but
I think the issue is it's just too dark down there, and you couldn't tell
Uh,
where the defenders were. Button taking shots on the high fish, but high fish gets the kill, clearing out that north approach. Fish also finding Dawn.
Don got a little bit aggressive there, looking for the refrag, but he's unsuccessful.
Legel makes the first cross there. Gets hit crossing the door because Hoochie has that game sense, but high fish gets the refrag. He is just down
Flossie
though.
might be able to get the revive though.
High fish needs to
Gotta
keep
be
putting that
careful there.
pressure on here.
Flossie does flash high fish, and I think Legel
Echo 1, let's just close this out. The last one's on the roof.
is gonna die to radar.
They are not aware that Scorpio's in here. Scorpio comes outside, gets the kill onto Viper, but Radar kills
A
Scorpio.
little bit of an awkward situation there. You always hate to like run out and then somebody run right into you. You have to like bring your gun back, and it's one of the most awkward things in Onward.
See if I caught that on a replay here. It was a little bit of a cluster. Nope, did not catch that on the replay. And that puts BossFight up 4 points, and they take map 1.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they were rushing in there for a cap when all they needed was 1 kill on 1 guy, and they had, what, 5 still standing? Seems a
Hey, I
little, not optimal choice. I don't know.
Maybe they thought the defender was somewhere else, or they just decided to rush in for it.
And we're going to go to map 2, which is going to be Bazaar. We're going to start with the western objective. Hopefully we see some good action here. I mean, these two teams play super well on this map. Both of them very, very good.
Maybe even a cap, because there are 3 different spots you can cap this objective. One inside the building, one on the little patio outside area, and then one on the actual outside of the objective. So it comes down to a 1v3 or like 1v1.
I don't know though. I feel like on these original maps, these teams have so much time playing them. Getting a cap here isn't about lack of map knowledge. It's really like what Flossie did in the last one, just kind of forcing your way in there under gunfire and smoke. You have to react as quickly as possible. If you take someone down, say inside the building next to objective, you take someone down in there, you immediately have to get in there and start typing in that code before the rotation happens, because you can't expect these teams to not rotate to check those angles.
I think, especially if you saw the Ember versus Raptors. Ember versus Raptors. You saw Quokka rushing the objective on Bazaar. He got a lot of caps. Like, they were 5-2. I mean,
it happens. We've seen multiple teams cap with 5 enemies still standing. Even on big maps like Downfall, we've seen it happen. I mean, it just takes you looking away from your angle for 1 second.
yeah, and that's what you got to be careful about. Some teams, they're just so sneaky. They just know right when you look away when to move, where to move, and
You don't have the onward bell that tells you when someone looks away from your angle? You don't have that?
no. Usually I have to shoot them so I can move into position. But
Happens every time. You look away for 2 seconds. You could be watching an angle for 4 minutes straight, and as soon as you look away, you die. That's how it works. That's how Onward works.
hey, and sometimes it happens to the best of teams. But you just gotta make sure you're watching those angles. You might get distracted, and I mean, some teams can punish you for that.
And it looks like we do have 2 members out of the lobby. I wonder if we're going to see a roster swap. I know BossFight does like to rotate people in, but I don't think Silent Purge has enough people to swap rosters, so maybe it's some technical difficulties. But either way, I think we're going to cut to a quick intermission while we wait on these teams. All right, we're back, and it looks like BossFight have swapped out iFish for 35, and we're starting round number 1. This is the first round. We haven't had a round yet. I was like, this isn't round 5. That doesn't make sense. A little bit stuttering there.
No, you actually missed Silent Purge, got the cap, and we're actually on the 3rd round right now.
Button gets radar on the cross. The smoke's not covering that street enough. Not sure that he got him. Is waiting for him to finish the cross. He's looking at the other side of the smoke.
Scooby might go for the res.
Yeah, I think he's going
Gotta
to.
be careful of Hoochie, though.
He's got to do it quickly.
Oh, yeah.
These smokes are going to run out. Oh, and a teleport.
And
Radar
had
back to spawn.
back.
Scooby getting some shots fired at him from Button. That's not very great. Now Button doesn't know where that body went.
It's a magic trick.
Scorpio roning past this defense here.
Yeah, it's a little bit too low for Lonely to see him. He's got to be careful of Scooby-Doo, though, as he's tightly watching this angle.
Look at that butt. Look at that. Look at that Scorpio butt. I mean, okay, so he's got to deal with Scooby, but Scooby's in a, like, almost 100%
He sees
position.
Radar. He saw Radar cross, but I don't think he reacted quick enough to actually get the kill.
So if Scorpio fires, here's what happens. Scorpio shoots at Radar, and Scooby is going to charge him immediately. Scorpio is going to try and get up to run away. So it's really going to be a who is faster on that reaction time. Can Scorpio get up and get gunned back up before Scooby rushes him on the corner?
Does look like Flossie, though, is going to try and move through these... I don't know what this call-out is. There's so many buildings in this map. We just call this, like, double building.
Is this like West Courtyard buildings?
Yeah, West Courtyard.
Scorpio gets Scooby while prone. I'm sorry I missed that. He snuck up on him, sneaky snake style.
I feel like 35 needs to rotate, though, because if Scorpio crosses here, he can potentially cap. Nobody is watching this.
Viper did pick up Flossie? Yeah. Scorpio.
Viper's in a good spot, though, to pick off Scorpio.
Scorpio gets one. Scorpio gets two.
He's running for objective.
Scorpio's
He
got
has
tablet.
tablet out. Radar Head is not checking this corner. Is he gonna get the cap? Radar Head is rotating.
Wow.
And Scorpio is gonna cap.
Let's run that replay. We're not going to see the cap, but we're going to see this epic kill here. Scorpio gets up, goes around the corner, finds Viper, finds... I don't know who that was. 35, and then runs straight across the street and gets that cap under Radar's nose. I mean, wow. Excellent play. Like, that's what I was talking about before the round, right? You didn't get that cap because he didn't know it was like an area. You just did it faster than he could get there because of just the force of impact. Scorpio just taking people out left and right and then immediately committing to crossing that street.
Yeah, it was a really nice play by Scorpio there. Knowing that he had taken out both people that would have been watching that side and Radar Head, probably not with the quickest rotate. Well, actually, I don't know if he had rotated through the backside since he was a little bit closer to that.
Yeah, you got to make a decision, right? You got to say, do I go around towards the objective side or do I go through the building? But either way, you could miss the cap. If Scorpio had gone for the objective and Radar had gone through the building, he probably would have missed it as well. Scorpio had that cap planned. He was ready to go.
Yeah, that was really well played by Silent Purge there. That's like Scooby-Doo dropped, but now he's back. So we might be kicking things off pretty soon. I'm interested to see how BossFight retaliates, though, if they're going to be able to get the cap too, or if they're just going to be a little bit more conservative, go for kills.
I don't know. I think it's just Scooby that's a fast capper on the boss fight side. Not sure about 35. 35 might be. But I'm pretty sure that Radar and Viper can't read. And I don't think I've seen Legel go for a cap ever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just
It's been a while.
Of monos.
A bunch of monos. That sounds like a terrible team. We hop into round two.
I'm gonna make a petition for Mayhem to change their name to a bunch of monos.
Just a bunch of monos. Boss fight spawning in the southeast corner. Just going to let them cross more of the south map, but it looks like Scooby's going to run right across the main street, get into that bazaar area. Silent Purge not putting up any defense into, no aggressive defense, no bazaar defense, no south cross defense. All pretty much staying tucked into the west quarter of the map, northwest quarter of the map.
Does look like it's a fairly similar defense that BossFight had, except with Hoochie in one of the patio areas.
I mean, there's only so many defensive spots you can really take on this one. It all starts to look the same after so long.
That's very true.
That's why you get excited when you see people like push out into Kiat or across the south street and somehow get by a red truck. You know, those big risk, big reward kind of plays.
Yeah, those flankers just make the game ever so enjoyable to cast. I bet it's very not fun to play against, but
Missing a blue person. Where is... Oh, he's way up there in the north. Viper all the way in the northeast corner. Wonder if he has the...
he has a 4x.
Okay, so he does have some long-range capability there. Coming down the north street.
It is a marksman gun, so
With the
rocking a
suppressor,
nice-
that's a lot of points.
yeah.
Did he not take any utility?
He did. Maybe he didn't take like body armor or
That's what
something.
that's what I'm thinking.
Pull him back to north again.
Body armor kind of got it got a little bit better in
Go
one of the newer
forward, go
updates, but
forward.
Legil is gonna find the pick onto Hoochie.
Wait.
I think he overpeaked a little bit.
Corner house, inside.
Legil's got a pretty good approach to the objective, actually. I mean, once again, the only person you have to deal with here is Button, which I don't know if I've ever played a round where there hasn't been someone where Button is flossy with
Yeah,
that
it's very true.
spaz. It's 35.
Honestly, Radar and Legil can smoke this, blocking Button's blocking his vision, and he could push up right by Blue Room, kill Patron, and get right onto objective.
You definitely have to get those smokes perfectly right, which I think Button can still see a decent amount of the cross as he takes shots on the Legil. Hits him, doesn't kill him. Scorpio finds Viper in the north. Lots of rounds ringing out. Finding him through the pallets, it looks like.
Don is going to try and peek the south as he knows Legil just crossed there. Raider's going to be careful of Button, though, as he slowly crawls across the street.
You know, Legil used all of his utility, so he doesn't have a way to get out of here.
Legil's going to have to kill Button to get out of here, or he could rotate down south through the door and cross up there, but he's going to...
Echo 3.
Radar could kill Button. Legil's now going to rotate behind to Mini Market. Goes down to Dawn. Radar and Scooby, the last two members of BossFight left.
It's down to a 3v2.
No one's actually watching objective. I mean, Dawn keeps checking it, but a decent prone up into the objective.
Radar and Scooby need to be communicating here, because if they just push out, I don't think they'll be able to stop this defense. But if they push together, they might be able to do it.
Radar is getting prone. He's going to go through Mini Market. If he times this right, this is all about timing, right? The objective is open. If he times it right and just kind of prones up there, but he's looking for Dawn's head in the window. I'm pretty sure he saw it and rotated away. Let's take a look over at Scooby coming down the north street.
Yeah, nobody's watching the street, so I mean, Radar could potentially just crawl right up to objective and nobody would see him. So if Radar plays his cards right, this could be a cap for BossFight if Silent Purge isn't careful enough Does look like Don's gonna be watching this side now, though.
He just has to wait on the corner. Oh, but he takes shots at Scooby.
Oh no!
Scooby gets Flossy, though.
I don't think he knew it was.
Scorpio across north wall gap. I don't know if Radar saw that. Don puts a flash out in a mini market. Checks the other corner. Gonna say the play would be Radar waiting to hear those footsteps walk away. Oh, Scorpio's way off objective. Radar's on it. Radar's not looking for the cap. He's looking to clear.
But now he has tablet out. Scorpio is too far off objective.
He just read the
Radar
code.
just needs to type in the code. Oh, Buddy is not going to be able to put in the code in time, even though Scooby was calling him out there. I think he might have thought he could get it in, but...
Unfortunate not cap from BossFight there. Yeah, Scooby was definitely, you know, making those call-outs, giving him a countdown, watching Scorpio run down the street towards the objective. And honestly, Radar spent more time than he needed to going back through the building and clearing it when Scooby had killed the guy and was still making call-outs. I don't know if he said that he got the guy, but then Radar went hunting into the building.
Yeah, and even like he's back there, if they have an accurate kill count and Scooby starts calling him out, then I mean, you could just come right up to the objective. It wouldn't have taken him longer to get back there, and potentially giving him another 2 seconds, which I mean is a lot when it comes to capping.
Yeah, it really is. Well, we're gonna move objectives now. Silent Purge with a 3-0 lead as we move over to the ice cream truck objective.
This is my least favorite objective.
Why is that?
It's hard to defend it because, first of all, having to watch both the outside, if you have a fast capper on your team, they can get inside and easily cap on you if you're 2 up. Because they kill one guy, you just sit down and bam the codes in. But...
You know, my favorite caps on this one are right... Oop, that's not where I wanted to go. Right here. You get those disgraceful caps where you just walk up on the street and type it in and they're just like eyeballing the objective super hard.
Just a Quilka cap out in the open, but nobody sees them.
Exactly. Get that invisibility cloak. I believe this is round 3. BossFight needs to stay alive here. Where we go to a map 3 decider. Radar gonna run all the way across Middle Street to the south side of Bazaar. Taking shots at the tank, not catching the first one, but does find Button. Where Don made it across. Radar's making callouts while getting shot. Don takes him down. Radar down but not out.
There's one close to the tank. You got me down.
Viper, though, is...
Scorpio coming in
Patron's
here.
gotta be careful of Viper, because if
Scorpio's on objective.
crosses here... Oh!
Scorpio's
Scorpio's
capping. This is gonna be a 5-0.
Again! Nobody's crashing. Well, Legel is, but...
Too slow.
He is too far.
Wow.
He is too far from the objective. Scorpio with 2 caps. 2 caps. On Bazaar.
Someone clipped that. I didn't get a replay, but I'm pretty sure that'll all fit in a 30-second clip. That was a very quick cap there, and Silent Purge dominating map number 2, taking 5-0.
I wasn't even on the objective. I didn't even catch that.
So I'll give you the play-by-play because I can remember it all, even in my tiny squirrel brain. Radar went down to the tank. Everyone shifted focus to the tank. Scorpio tapped Radar in the back, confirming him. Crossed the street, walked up, like literally just walked up to the window on objective and shot Scooby in the back. And then capped.
Yeah, that's one of those things, like, one guy goes down, and if you can't rotate quick enough, then your entire defense is worthless and you can't stop that cap.
That's right. I am 90% sure that our new caster called you worthless, Viper.
No, I
Just,
said
you can just add
your-
him.
your
You know,
your defensive positions are worthless because
We'll-
you are.
we'll take care of him. Don't
unobjective.
worry. We'll take care of him. And map number 3 is
I
going to
swear I
be
can change.
Subway.
I am not good with words. That's
Yeah.
why I'm a caster.
Yeah, we obviously don't pick people good at words. I mean, we've got Mono, who came up with Skydor. Is that what it was? Yeah, Skydor. That's a pretty good one. We've got Ramen. We've got all kinds of people that don't English good.
We got Trip.
Yep, I talk real well. We're gonna start off on the downstairs objective. Is this? Do people call this double down? Is that what the call out is for this objective? You talking
I
about?
call this bottom platform.
Yeah, I call it the
objective.
basement.
We had this conversation yesterday, Trip.
We did, and you do
Yeah.
not have call outs. I remember now.
No, I do have callouts, just not many, because I need to work on that.
Because you don't last long enough to see most of the map. You just,
No, because my teammates all die before I can make any callouts, so...
that's fair. You don't need to tell anyone where you're at if they're all dead. Pro strats.
Okay, that...
Pro strats.
I'm gonna get kicked from the team now, but... for saying that, so...
Let's see if there are any roster changes. Final Purge running Dawn, Scorpio, Flossie, Button, and Hoochie. Same lineup there. And BossFight running Radar, Viper, Legel, Scooby-Doo, and UC Death. So another roster switch on the BossFight side, taking 35 out. So we've had 35 and... who's the other one?
35,
We had someone...
High Fish,
Fish.
and UC Death.
have both been rotated out, and now we are playing with UC Death. I don't know if BossFight does that. They can tell me later when they finish watching the end of this cast, but I'm pretty sure that... Sorry, I don't know that they swap these players out based on map, or if they just swap them because they rotate players, because then everyone gets playtime, and that's better for the team overall if everyone can play. You don't want your starting 5, super hot, and then your other 3 rusty when you actually have to bring them in. So keeping all your players rotating in is definitely a good idea, especially at the higher level.
They added a COVID sign for inside the subway.
Really? Passengers?
Here, yeah.
Really?
Right here.
That's funny. Passengers
just caught
must wear a
that.
mask at all times and remain at least 6 feet from each other. Keep your camera 6 feet away from me.
Okay, I'll
Gotta-
try that.
Final Purge on the defense. They're going to run up into the tunnels. We'll follow Flossie with his shotgun flashlight combo.
I think my mic is not picking up my dog, but if that does happen, please tell me.
I don't know what Scooby is shooting at.
Here, let me go.
Did he see something?
I don't know. These are very dark areas. He might have seen. Oh, no, go. Right here. Do you not see it?
Does he think it's a C4?
No, it says tap here.
But he's
Says-
he's definitely shooting at something.
No, he's tapping on where it says tap here.
I'm just gonna stay here until Viper goes, "What are you doing?" Legel finds a kill on a Dawn, but the and the double tap not working, but the down sound did come out, so Flossie thinks he got that double tap.
Oh, I hate it when you go to shoot somebody to confirm them and they just don't actually get confirmed. It is
Viper
one of
and
the worst
Scooby here are
feelings.
just wasting ammo. I don't know, like, I don't even understand how it's distractory because they're an entire level away from the objective.
I'm pretty sure he's still tapping at the ATM that said tap here. So
UC Death gonna get the res on Alejal here. Maybe.
I am outside the map right now.
Or not. UC Death. There it is. There's the res. Needle comes out. Res comes out. Flossie unaware.
There's one who's speaking from time to time.
I do think he hears them talking
The
though.
doorway or these
So
boxes.
The doorway.
Okay, I heard him. I couldn't tell how close he was.
Yeah, Flossie's definitely hearing those conversations. Sitting there with his shotgun
and
flashlight.
his flashlight.
He is definitely ready for this.
The flashlight is pretty bright. I mean, it can be pretty effective if used correctly on these closer quarter maps.
I wonder if it's showing through the level right now. Through those stairs, and they could see it.
Maybe.
'Cause I know there was an issue at one point where it would shine through the level. If this is just blinding that whole hallway, like, that's kind of cheeky.
I feel like wouldn't we be able to see that though?
Maybe. Maybe.
I wonder if
I
he's
got
just
three,
hoping
one
that they
downstairs.
just push this and he's able to peek up. Oh!
Yeah.
Now the teamwork wins. Flossie goes down to Lejal, shooting over top of UC Death there.
Now down to a 5v2.
And Hoochie, the last member, is alive. It's a lot to defend against. Even with the death funnels of the stairs, 5 people are a lot to kill.
See, this is where you want to start using your bullet Viper.
Echo one.
Flash out. That did
Agreed.
get button. Easy. Let's watch that on the replay real quick.
The last guy was teabagging the objective.
You got one with a quick frag, or a quick refrag after throwing his nade, got the flash, and then came around the corner and took down the last guy. BossFight going up 1 point.
I think
On
that is this.
what?
I think that's the second time that Viper's thrown something and then an enemy has been in his line of sight right when he does it.
Yeah, he's pretty quick on that weapon up switch. I mean, he was throwing that like in Hoochie's face. And that's what Hoochie was betting on. He was expecting him, as soon as he saw the nade come out, you rush it because they're fumbling at that point. But Viper was faster. This has been an awesome series so far. If you are just joining us, we are on map number 3, going into round 2. So definitely go back and watch the rest of this on Twitch, VOD, or on our YouTube once it gets added there. And if you need more Onward action, you can always go check out old casts on our YouTube at youtube.com/C/Onward Master League, I think. Don't quote me on that. You guys know how to use search functions. You can find it. I'm pretty sure that's right. But
Onward needs to start selling cucumber juice because I'm very curious on what it tastes like.
dropping in hot to round number 2.
Drifting like fuck.
Another
Scooby has C4.
Don't you dare fucking drop it on the floor. There we go.
was a...
Giving it to
Is that a
Viper.
clacker change? Is that what that was?
Monk.
Viper,
They
Delta
both
means
have-
detonate. Delta means detonate.
Roger. Thanks for that.
They're inside of each other, so I can't tell, but I'm pretty sure they both have a C4. They have each other's C4.
Yeah, so I think if one pushes and dies, then they can blow up.
Viper sees Scorpio, doesn't get the kill, rotates away, goes down.
Yeah, there's a C4 there. His body's kind of covering it though, so
Yeah, that might, depending on how that body syncs up on the other one. But it goes off early. Legel does find a kill on a Dawn. Very aggressive defensive position. I hate playing this spot at the top of the stairs because you have to watch your head in a 360-degree angle.
Echo 4, I killed one north.
Scooby in an aggressive... Wow, making a call out and getting the
Ooh.
kill. Wow. Let's see if I got that.
oh wow.
Echo 2, I killed the other one.
You might want to pick up the clacker from Viper's body.
You see death. Wow. Boss fight just taking it. I didn't even catch what
Yeah.
happened there at the end.
I kind of just saw the tunnels, but wow, that was a
A strong defense there.
Probably tried to defend Viper's body since I think he had the clacker for his C4. So I either want to get rid of that C4 or push
Yeah.
that body.
Man, he made the call out while he was being shot at, and then still managed to get the kill and make an. There's so much going on, so much action, spicy, as Theta would say. I would not say that.
Probably not in that tone of voice, but
Oh yeah, right. I can't do the Theta Town. It's spicy. That's more accurate, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Could do a whole round in Theta Tone. We're just gonna cast like this for the next round. And we are moving on to the... I can't do it. That's terrible. I can't do it. We're moving
almost
on
fell
to
asleep.
Chinatown. Yes, just let the soothing notes of my voice put you to sleep. Theta needs to read bedtime stories. That's where he should just focus on that. Get paid to put children to sleep. Moving on to round 3. Chinatown objective. Let's see what kind of defense we have. We've seen a little bit more aggressive defenses coming out on the boss fight side, but the Silent Purge has been relatively laid back, or held back, not laid back. Flossie gonna come around the corner, ready to shoot. UC Death already firing on the corner. Viper and Scooby getting real close. Viper putting that nade out. Flashbang worked. Flossie's blind. They come around the corner firing. Legel finds Poochie. Button gets 2. Oh my god, the action.
So much just happened.
Okay, let's see if that replay got all that. This is craziness. The flash came out. Viper gets the kill. They rotate around the corner. Legel gets another kill, and then whoever that was, Button, gets both of them as they did not finish firing on that corner. Crazy action there.
I think Button did the right thing and ducked down there when they turned that corner, even to kill his teammate, because he was able to get 2 off of that. If he had rotated up, there was a chance that he misses or he only picks off 1.
Yeah, let them think that they cleared it and let them come into, an open kill area. I'm looking at the defense here to see if this is pretty solid setup. You've got Dawn watching North Alley while rotating back and forth. No Cap's going to come out from there. Scorpio in the backside watching the objective area. Button looks like he's rotating back, so they're going to give up a lot of map area. It is a 3v3 radar coming out of the tunnels now. Legel shooting at ghosts as well. I need someone to tell me on the boss fight side, are you actually shooting at something? Are these like planned strats, or are you trying to draw attention out, or are you just shooting at ghosts? Like, do you see something that you think, or do you think there's something there? Because I really can't tell at this point, you know?
My prediction is that some spots are just so dark you can't tell if there's an enemy there, so you just shoot in that spot anyways. So if you get the pick, then I mean, it's better than not shooting that spot and getting picked off from there because you thought you didn't see something there.
I think Radar just got blinded by Legel.
Yeah. That, or they are trying to bait somebody out to peek that angle.
New Onward meta. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to force this, okay? Every 30 seconds, someone just randomly shoots their gun on the map to draw attention away. New meta. You just randomly desk pop no matter where you're at.
How do you know who does it, though?
I don't know.
They just add, like, a counter that...
Yeah, you just kind of rotate around, you know, player 1, player 2. You just... Next person in the list. And then if you don't hear gunshots, obviously the person that's supposed to do it is dead, and you take up, you know, you step through the team. Just
Big
keep 'em
bold
guessing.
text on your screen.
Yeah.
Shoot in the air.
Shoot now. That's the new play. You're just gonna, you gotta confuse them. Legel prepping with Radar to come in that entrance. You see Death gonna be coming around the corner towards the overpass. I don't think there's any C4 anywhere. Ooh, UC Death did see Button there. Button and UC Death trade. Button still alive. Don's gonna get the res.
Yeah, I think because he was shooting back into this back area. I wonder. I 100% bet it's that it's just so hard to see back there sometimes. If there's an enemy back there that you can't tell, and
Button's
you're
going
putting
on
shots down
rotation.
there just in case.
Nope, Button's just gonna go confirm that body. Don peeks the corner, gets some shots on the Radar, takes him down, takes a body shot from Legel. Now it's a 1v3. And Scorpio is lined up and waiting for this approach. Legel goes and takes down one, but Legel goes down to Scorpio.
Scorpio, yeah, waiting for that rotate in.
Good defensive setup there from Silent Purge.
Yeah, I think that was, it was Button in that really, really nice spot that caught two of BossFight off guard. And, I mean, that spot, if you don't check it, they can just get right into that corner and peek out and kill you on that corner.
It is a very powerful spot, especially because you can kind of peek. You can't really shoot it, but you can like lay down and look here at the corner. I don't know how close you can get your head to the wall. You can know that someone's there, and then you can just wait.
And I don't think this trash can is penetrable either. So
I don't believe it is, and it's kind of hard. I mean, it's a narrow hallway, so it's kind of hard to get a nade over there. And even to get a nade over there, you have to expose yourself. So there's not really a great way of handling that corner. It's a pretty powerful spot.
Oh, and you are not seeing somebody's head right there.
Yeah, it's very dark.
You run right by. And I mean, that might be what BossFight's like strategy is. Just shoot in those corners where somebody could be, but you don't think you would be able to actually see them.
Yeah, I think your best bet on that one would be to just pre-fire it as you run across. I mean, you gotta have an LMG, but if you come around the corner firing and then just move past him, and then have a secondary player on the corner waiting for him to push out to chase you, that's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Going to round 4.
Advantageous.
Like, yeah, I think they did a good job there with distracting and baiting them back to chase that player, because then you just have this one guy who just rotates out, and you're too focused on that guy in the corner that, bam.
Passive flanks are the best flanks.
Does look like Lonely Viper's gonna go for the push though. Shooting around the corner.
You're gonna do a quick replay there. We're gonna call this one Viper tried. And there we see the pre-fire from Button onto that corner.
I think Button got tagged by Don trying to shoot Viper there. I saw a little bit of blood on his shoulder.
Don looting the body now. Flashbang up and out. Ooh, that probably got Lejul.
I think that did.
It definitely did. Now his position's given away. Another flashbang. Dompatron takes down UC Death. Flossie runs right past Lejul. I don't think he saw it. Flossie's in the corner.
Oh, what? Oh, they're flashed.
Lejul and
Lejul runs
finds-
out of ammo right when he goes to shoot Don. But Flossie is right behind him.
I don't understand what's happening here.
So, he threw out 2 flashes, and it flashed everybody there. Lejul ran out of ammo and couldn't shoot Don. But there were so many smokes that Flossie didn't see Lejul. So he
Flossie
ran right by.
gets the kill, goes for the objective. Oh, he should have seen Scorpio. He does not. Scorpio takes him down. You know, I think
Scooby. Yes, it's Scooby.
Scooby goes down to Hoochie, but Radar gets him from the backside on a way off of base defensive position, and BossFight take their 3rd point.
Did
No,
he rotate?
I don't know
Did he
where
go down into the tunnels?
No, I think he just
I
went to
think-
the end of the hall and he was waiting for someone to come out of the tunnels.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. Flossie kind of just hid in that corner for that whole time while the smoke was happening. And I feel like potentially he could have gone for the cap, but also he could have not shot Lejul in the back and given away
Yeah,
that he
but-
was already past the defender. I mean, he could have just threaded the needle.
Scooby was still on that corner. If he had pushed out of that smoke, I think Scooby probably
true.
would have seen him.
That's true.
I would like to ask though, what is this pillar holding up?
It's just there for looks.
Same with the pizza sign.
Pizza sign is it's just in your head,
Oh,
not really there. Yeah.
cool.
This is that Chinatown architecture. Legit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now we're moving objectives. Where's this objective at?
It's still upstairs.
Oh, the south hallway. Top of south stairs. Yeah. Here we go. Here's the objective. Now I don't know. How do you feel about this one? I haven't played it a whole lot because it is a new objective, but I feel like it's easily attackable. Definitely feel like it's harder to defend than it is to attack.
If you have people in the right spots, I think you can still attack it pretty well. There's one spot I'm still not sure about, and I don't think it's banned because of the fact that this objective is brand new, but you can get up onto these trash cans right here. And what that allows you to do is you can peek this corner. I don't know if it's banned yet. I need to check it, because...
I don't believe that's banned.
Yeah, no, because I haven't read anything. The only thing that's banned was the, there's like a trash can where you could see through, or no, it was the Coke machine that you could see through the back of.
Here we go. Round 5. Can Silent Purge stay alive? Or is BossFight going to take the series? The Hoochie's going to run downstairs to the south, and it looks like he's going to be the one dealing with the brunt of this attack, so let's follow him. Watching that platform. You see Death looking for him. Will he see Hoochie? Hoochie is already tucked in. As long as Hoochie stays there, he's good. Viper.
When Fuchi rotates out, he thinks it's clear, then BC is gonna catch him off.
Viper, Lejul, and Scooby coming down the north alley into Chinatown. Gonna have to deal with Flossie here, who I'm sure has placed some sort of explosive device. Definitely not for residential areas. You see Death trying to put shots onto Hoochie, not gonna get him. Hoochie gonna rotate. Not away. Hoochie actually rotating into a less escapable spot.
I'm wondering where he put that C4 though.
Does he actually have one?
He has a clacker.
Oh, he tries to find shots on the Scooby. Doesn't get the kill. Shots ringing out.
That's why you don't use the fucking shotgun, because it sucks.
Patron does peek that corner. Trying to find the refrag, but Scooby ducks away just in time. Does look like they're opting for a push west. On the west alley. Gotta be careful of Button here. He's tucked in
No, we're going up to the corner and tossing it around.
on this corner.
Viper and
This is
Radar
another one
arguing
of
like a
those-
married couple.
This is another one of those objectives where you gotta be careful because if you don't know where they can cap from, then that can cost you a lot.
Smoke coming out. Button's gonna peek the corner, take some shots, not gonna catch. Oh, he does catch Radar!
Oh! Does catch, yeah, he catches Radar with a headshot through the smoke.
That smoke
just
not
gonna
really
keep
going
on
where I don't
firing.
think he. Well, I think he wanted that to go down the alley, not right on the corner as well. But it's so hard to reposition those once you've dropped them. Flashbang out, not gonna catch anyone.
Yeah, that wasn't in the greatest spot either as it hit that wall, bouncing it.
Legil trades with Button. Legil's back up.
Now
Nade
this-
on objective.
This is where you gotta be careful because even though Scorpio's peeking this corner, they can still cap without them seeing. Legil just needs to get onto. Oh. I think Legil is having some issues.
Some technical difficulties. Maybe it's just all too much, and he just needs to take a break.
Yeah, I mean, if he hadn't needed to take that break, he could have pushed up on that left side over by that little fence area. He could have capped from there, but
Flashbang gonna
I
catch
don't think they know
Hoochie? No, it did not.
no. Silent Purge are gonna take 1 point, possibly with the comeback here.
We talk about Legil has 10 kills right now.
Holy crap!
He is leading the way on the boss fight side. 10 and 3.
I definitely think they don't know about the capping spot right here. Where even though if I can't remember who was
Scorpio
there,
was
but in
watching that.
Yeah, even though Scorpio's watching that, you can still get up right next to it without him seeing.
Yeah, definitely an issue.
So if whoever's in the basement didn't rotate back, they could have gotten the cap there. But it is a brand new objective, so people are still figuring stuff out with it.
New objectives are the best objectives, though.
They add more to the game.
That's
Well, some
flavor.
objectives do. They make it fun because then you get to discover all the new defensive spots for it.
Boss Fight 3, Silent Purge 2. Either team can take this entire series on this round. Silent Purge could go for the cap and finish it up. Or Boss Fight could win their defensive round and take the series. What do you think, chat? Let me know. Who are you voting for?
Scorpio could very likely get the
His third cap?
cap
His-
here. Yeah, his third cap against Boss Fight.
No, that's laggy in view.
You
Oh.
want? Okay.
Don't think they wanted to shoot there.
Don't think they did either.
Oh, well, they
It looks like they're gonna run for it. This is gonna be an aggressive push here.
Maybe we want them to do it.
It's all a part of the mental game.
Radar goes down to Dawn.
Dead.
Aggressive push coming out, Button and Hoochie. Sex Shop Alley. Free firing the corner.
Scooby in a pretty good spot here if they don't check that. They could run right by trying to get Lonely. If Lonely just baits them correctly.
I think it's a pretty
Scooby
common
could
spot for
possibly
this
get
objective, though. The problem is
Yeah,
you can't get both, right? Oh, but if C4 goes out, doesn't find anybody. Scorpio putting shots onto the corner.
I think Lonely is going to try and bait them out so Scooby can get the pick onto them.
They keep hitting this corner with their grenades. Neither of those going where they wanted it, I don't think.
Button Hoochie making it up on this backside very slowly. With the only person contesting them, Legel. He's in a pretty good spot right here. It's very hard to see.
Scorpio runs right in front of Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo finds two.
Oh,
Flossie finds
he puts
Scooby-Doo.
shots towards Flossie.
Viper misses
and
it.
Flossie are gonna run right towards each other. You see Death down. I didn't realize that.
Wait, he is?
Yeah, he's down. I don't know. I think. Oh,
I killed one.
yeah. You see, well, Viper gets the revive onto UC Death. It's now down to a 3v1.
Looking pretty good for the boss fight win here. Can Button clutch and keep his team alive? Or is boss fight going to take the series?
Viper looting his dead teammate. Going into his spot. He's not running a scope.
You don't need a scope at this range.
Yeah, that's true.
And Viper.
And Lonely Viper and Button are gonna trade.
And that's boss fight taking their 4th point and the series with
Legel ending the map with 11
and 3.
kills.
Yeah.
Wow. That is... Yeah.
And that is it from us at the casting desk. Let me take a look and see if we have any more matches lined up for today. I know we had some, but there have been some technical difficulties with the new build. Don't know if our casters are available. And also, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We've got Pro2 VR, VR Cover, Behaptics, HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Cyber Shoes, Arma, VRware, Asterion, and Fixed Gaming. Those are all of our great sponsors. And looking at the matches page right now, we don't have any more matches scheduled for the rest of the week. Hopefully some people... Wait, it's Sunday. We don't have any more matches scheduled for the rest of the day. Hopefully someone can pick up a couple later this afternoon, but just keep your eyes peeled on that announcements channel if something does get picked up. And I think that's it. Congratulations to BossFight taking that 8-8 high game in points. BossFight taking 2 maps and winning. And I think that's it. We're gonna run the highlight reel for you, and we will be signing off. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. We definitely saw him. He's gonna peek that corner. Gonna. Doesn't look
Flossie
like
with
Flossie is going
another.
to get him, but he's gonna rotate out of there.
Flossie with a nade up and over. Russian. The Viper was not flashed and catches.
And Flossie might go for a pinch here.
Just gonna slowly move out. Oh, he does, and he sees Flossie on the cross. Gets that kill, but gets refragged by Button. Rez. Now he's looking for his rifle. Scorpio Rez with Button. No. Scooby just threw the gun at Legel. Oh my god. I'm surprised Flossie made that run. It was a very aggressive play. Scorpio finds the backside of Viper, protecting Flossie.
Best two-man defense that you could probably put on here, because not only do you have one guy watching the front and one guy watching, and also another guy watching the left.
Oh, Legel downing himself with the C4 over the rotation. Flossie's right in there. Flossie's on objective.
Flossie's on the objective.
Radar finds button.
He's
Radar
gonna be able to get it.
Flossie got to type faster.
gets
Radar's
stuck.
coming around the corner and he gets him.
That's it. Oh.
Yeah. Scorpio.
Viper's in a good spot though to pick off Scorpio.
Scorpio gets one. Scorpio gets two. And against even with the death funnels of the stairs, 5 people are a lot to kill.
See, this is where you want to start using your bullet Viper.
5 people are a lot to kill.
See, this is where you want to start using your bullet Viper.
Flash out. That did get button. Easy at the top of the stairs because you have to watch your head in a 360-degree angle.
Echo 4, I killed one north.
Scooby in an aggressive. Wow, making a call out and getting the kill. Real close. Viper putting that nade out. Flashbang worked. Flossie's blind. They come around the corner firing. Legel finds Poochie. Button gets 2. Oh my god, the action.
And you're too focused on that guy in the corner that, bam.
Passive flanks are the best flanks.
Does look like Lonely Viper's gonna go for the push though. Shooting around the corner. There were so many smokes that Flossie didn't see Legel, so he ran right by.
Gets the kill, goes for the objective. Oh, he should have seen Scorpio. He does not. Scorpio takes him down. You know, smoke coming out. Button's gonna peek the corner, take some shots. Not gonna catch. Oh, he does catch Radar.
Oh. And contesting them, Legel. He's in a pretty good spot right here. It's very hard to see.
Scorpio runs right in front of Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo finds 2. Down. Now he's looking for Scooby-Doo.
I think he might have.